Welcome to Wrap It Up. My name is Nonkazimulo Qindi. It is so fantastic to be with you once again after 2 long weeks. It has really been feeling like a year. And blame it on load shedding. That's South Africa for you. But nonetheless, we are here to give you the best of the trending news that you might have missed. So let's get into it. We saw the TVET College student Tshidi Muchiko's body being found in the backyard of a local property in Lephalale. And the suspect is her boyfriend who's been on the run. And as I'm talking to you, the police are on a manhunt for this perpetrator who actually killed her. And I'm asking myself, until when is gender-based violence going to stop in this country? Can we have a South Africa where we as women walk freely on the streets? Because it really feels unsafe. Just this morning, I was in an environment where there were 90% of men, and I just started to feel uncomfortable. Can we have a free South Africa? Really, because you can feel when you're walking as a woman in these streets that you are just sustained by grace. There's just something, the mercy of God is sustaining you as a woman. Can gender-based violence stop? And I wish that they find him as soon as possible, and I will bring you an update on that story. Another one that we saw trending is of the anti-apartheid activist Derek McBride passing away, and a lot of people were echoing that he will be remembered for his community work, as well as, one of the things that he fought for the most was against inequality. So may his soul rest in peace, and we honor leaders like him. Another one we saw trending is of the telecom crisis, where the unions were striking, the Communication Workers Union as well as the South African Workers Union. They were striking and threatening either to take legal action or to down tools in order to prevent the retrenchment of 3,000 employees. Imagine one person being retrenched. It's a huge deal. Now imagine 3,000 jobs online. It's at stake. It's really bad. But what I love is that these unions are in communication with in consultation rather with the CCMA for the next 60 days. I don't want to see anything of what's happening in SAA happening to Telkom. Also, the workers of SAA in Durban were told that they must not return to work at the end of this month. How terrible is that? The business rescue practitioners actually told the city that, it's one of the 11 routes that are going to be shut down at the end of this month. So it's really a catastrophe. I am only crossing fingers that SAA does not go through that. Imagine being told that you mustn't come back. That is really horrible. Another one that we saw, it's a bittersweet story. It's of legendary actor Jamie Bartlett, known as David Gennaro on Rhythm City, on ETV's Rhythm City. He bowed out after 13 years of giving us greatness on those screens. You know what, Jamie? From me to you, if you're going to be watching this episode, I really honor you. You are the living legend, and you really showed us what acting is, what passion is. He was echoed for 13 years when he came for the production, he was the earliest bird before all of them, and how he did everything with passion, and how the character of David Gennaro was actually embedded in him. He actually had to do something about it and seek help regarding it. And you know what? Thank you for teaching me to go to my dictionary. There are some words that I learned as a little girl when you'll be acting, and I'll run to my dictionary and I'll just look to see what does this and that mean, just to understand your role. So thank you so much. Some of us really honor you, and we celebrate you while you're still alive. Big up to you. Another one that we saw is the Academy Awards. This was another trending story, and congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to all the nominees, because it gives you hope. I believe when you're nominated for any prestigious act that you're doing, or anything that shows that you're making an impact in people's lives, it shows that you have potential, and who knows, tomorrow or next year you might win this award. But I want to dwell on the thread of Anele, #Anele, that was trending on Twitter, where South Africans were just bashing and saying things like she was embarrassing us. How could she have been screaming for celebrities like that and all the nominees and winners and whatnot? Hello, you will never know a job until you are in it. You will never know the challenges of any job until you are in it. Being a media personality, being a broadcast person, I know what it's like to be in that situation. It's not easy. Just to get one person, it really takes that load off your shoulders. So getting more people is what you should look out for as a reporter. So woe unto you who was actually slamming Anele on Twitter. You don't know how crazy it is. They are reporters and presenters that went back to their countries without a single interview. Do you think they're going to be hired next year? Absolutely not. So before you criticize other people's jobs, you must think, apply your mind. Then, last but not least, we saw our home girl, Miss Universe 2019, Zozibini Tunzi, coming back home ever since she was crowned in the first week of December in 2019. It was a beautiful moment. I still remember I was watching every second of those broadcasts when she landed from OR Tambo International Airport. It was pouring, but people came in huge numbers to just celebrate and honor her. I was so proud. I personally wish that I was there, but because of social media, because of the power of media, I felt like I was there, even though I was sitting in the lounge and watching, you know, from when she was welcomed at the airport to when she went to her hometown in Zolo, and you know, just watching her tour throughout the week. And boom, she was also a guest of the president at the State of the Nation address. And listen, we are proud of Zozi. She's broken barriers. She's just one of a kind when it comes to a beauty queen, especially Miss Universe. Yeah, so that's a wrap up of the news that I had for you. I'll bring you up to speed with the next story, or rather other stories that trended during these past 2 weeks. This is Wrap It Up. Remember to share, to like, and to subscribe. Shop, shop.